It's 99 Jams, might be number one for hip hop and R&B, and the Turner Partners are in the building. And of course, we got a special guest hanging out with us tonight. The next big multi-talented superstar from the 305, repping the IMG All-Stars. Welcome, Oya Baby, to the grind. How you feeling, Queen?
I'm great, blessed. Thank you guys for having me. You know, it's the fam.
Yes.
99 Jams.
For sure.
Yeah, so, you know, you've been on the grind for a minute, you know what I'm saying? You've been building your name, building your brand. But for the people that don't know who you are, like, let the Jams fam know who you are.
Well, I go by Oya Baby, La Baby. Just, you know, a girl from the 305, Dade County, Karis City, repping the 305 always. A Cubanita, you already know. Born here in Miami and just, you know, grinding, like, since legit. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
And doing music. Started off with hip hop, have a record with Trina, have a sample of Noriega sample called Super Thought.
Yeah, that's how I first
mixtape.
heard
Okay. Yeah, that was like 2020, 2019?
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got a mixtape out with the IMG All-Stars. You know, all of us are a part of Flo's label, Strong Arm, IMG Strong Arm. Shouts out to Freezy, shouts out to E-Class, shouts out to Shotgun in the building right now. And I got that. I got some Spanish records out right now.
Nice.
Sugar Daddy, Perra. Sugar Daddy is with Alex Sensation, Flo Rida, of course. El Alfa, Joely Randy. You know, just a little Latina vibes, you know, switching it up for y'all. A little versatility.
Yeah.
So, and then definitely more coming soon for sure.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Shouts out to y'all. Thank y'all for having
Of
me.
course.
I'm just, so excited.
Of course. We had to have you in the building. So, Oya, tell us as well, like, how did it all start out? Like, what made you want to get into music, become an artist, and who were your earliest, like, influencers?
Okay, so I first started off as a background dancer, a professional background dancer.
Yes.
I danced for Pitbull. I danced for Flo Rida, of course. That's where, you know, I really got to see the world. And I got my training from, since a little girl, doing ballet, jazz, hip-hop, all types of styles. So I got that foundation. I knew what it, you know, took to be on a team, the consistency, the, you know, the dedication, everything. So I already kind of had that foundation. So, of course, dancing for Flo, it just all tied in, and they're just like my second family for real. So we just always have fun, vibe, listen to music. I would do like covers. I would get drunk and girl just start rapping, singing. He's like, I'm gonna take your ass to the studio. I mean, sorry.
No, you good. You good. Yeah, you good with that.
He's like, I'm gonna take you to the studio one day, and it really did happen. That mofo called me like at 3:00 in the morning one night. He's like, I need you to lay this sample for me. I'm like, what? It's 3 a.m. He's like, yep, welcome to the music
Wake
business.
up, right?
That
Wake
was
up.
just the first wake-up call I had. I was like, what is going on? And nothing. I went to the studio, and it just was like crazy. Like, he just broke everything down to me. I never in a million years thought that I would be, you know, making music or doing music, like, ever.
Right.
I just always saw myself as a dancer, as an entertainer, but just never in that light. Like, of course, you kind of, like, dream about it. Like, damn, what if I was, you know, like Selena or Beyonce? Those are my... Selena's, like, my number one, for real, for
Absolutely.
real. And, you know, just artists like Missy Elliott, like, that tie in the, you know, the dance community and hip-hop. Like, she was just, like, a major icon for me growing up. Of course, Trina, the Queen of Miami.
Yes.
Like, I just had so many inspirations. So, of course, I was just, like, channeling into all of that in the studio that night. He's like, man, boy, you fired. You ain't a dancer no more.
Right, yeah. You about to be the artist.
You're about to be an artist.
Yep.
Career change.
And it's just been up ever since, you know. So, thanks to him, for sure. Best mentor in the world.
That's what's up, for sure.
So I know you spoke on it briefly just now. You spoke about how important it is being on a team. That's what you learned being a dancer. So what other lessons did you learn early on from dance that are helping you in your career right now?
I would say staying consistent, you know, never giving up. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Like, I'm always in the studio. I'm always in the mirror, even if I'm not dancing. Like, I'm just, you know, just trying to look at myself, see what... Because I'm, like, the biggest critique to myself. I criticize myself so much in the best ways, you know, because I just want to get better. So I'm just, like, always practicing, never giving up, of course. Like, it's not overnight. Success isn't overnight. And I would say, like, nothing that you want forever comes easy.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like you said, practice makes perfect. That's even in the DJ world. We got to be practicing and doing it, you know, gig after gig. Some gigs we have and we do them well, or we're used to them, or some gigs are new for us and it's like a different avenue. But once you practice, you know, the experience and the time goes by, you get good at it.
Absolutely.